I was 3.5 months postpartum with Santino, which was my second pregnancy. And I just felt like I didn't want to go back to being so obsessed with the scale, with food, with tracking everything that I ate. But I also wanted to see progress. And I felt stuck. I obviously followed you for a long time and was like, Jenny, please help me. But I also was really scared to start because I had done macros in the past. I had done a dietitian in the past and felt like I knew what to do to be successful and I just wasn't doing it. But I also feel like I knew my metabolism wasn't working and I knew that I probably wasn't eating what I was supposed to be eating from like a macronutrient level, whether that was too little, too much. I just wasn't in a good place and in a good mindset and was just really honestly struggling with how do I fix this? How do I feel better for myself? Knowing that to show up for everyone else, I needed to feel good for myself. So that's kind of where I was.
And you said too in the beginning, why is this going to be different, right? I feel like I know what to do to lose weight and be starving all the time. So why is this going to be a different approach?
100%. And I was like, why are you different, Jenny?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So now experiencing that, what would you say is different from those other approaches in your experience?
Everything. So I would say the check-ins are super helpful because even when I felt frustrated or wasn't seeing progress that I wanted to see, you automatically took me back to a place of, okay, why were you successful? Why weren't you successful? I think the journaling, filling out the form before the check-in really helped. I think the biggest thing is like, yes, you get macronutrients from you and a goal and targets, but we're not so obsessed with it. We also talk through hunger fullness, which connection to your body and how you feel. And I think knowing that like helped us adjust goals when we needed to, adjust goals when activity wasn't the same. So it was different than any other thing that I've done, which honestly probably was the most surprising and shocking thing because like I said, I really thought, nope, this is what everyone does when they tell you to do macros. So
you've come so far with being able to be more intuitive and enjoy foods that you like and live your abundant social life and still see progress.
I think like definitely still I'm doing all of the things. And before, like when I was on any type of macro plan or anything, like I would shy away from social events or like bring my own food and be that person. And with you, I didn't have to do that. We talked before I went on vacation, or we talked before I had 3 days in a row where I had events and was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I can't track my food. I don't know what's in it. And just really talked about like, what are the things that you can control? I think the other biggest thing for me is like actually enjoying those events instead of being so obsessed with what I was going to eat. Before going to restaurants, I would look at a menu and be like, is there anything on here I can eat? Or can I track it beforehand? Which now thinking about that is actually making me cringe because why? That's not the way to live your life. You can't be present when you feel like that. Thing too, Jenny, is like people think you can't do that. Like it's
Right.
not one or the other. And I
Right.
always really genuinely felt that way because that's the only way I ever saw results before.
We had like multiple vacations,
Holidays,
multiple holidays, bridal showers, birthday parties, and then your normal family activities,
all the things.
all the things. And then here we are, 7 months later, and you've made fabulous, fabulous progress mentally and physically. How do you feel like you are now at this point with your health and nutrition?
I mean, I feel great. I think last month I went to my physical and like shared my blood work with you. I was like, Jenny, does this look good? And like even my doctor was shocked and saying, your blood work is amazing. Like, no, you think you like to lose weight or you want to lose weight, but like you're healthy. And just hearing that I think is helpful too, because it's not always about what you weigh. And you have taught me that everyone's body composition is different. So if someone weighs 150 pounds, you can look at 5 different people and they all look different. Right. So I think knowing that I'm in a good place with my blood work and like feel good, I can chase my kids around and I can work out every day. I think that's been the most important thing to me versus before if I don't weigh this, I am an unhealthy person.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And feeling confident in pictures, stand with your kids and be in the front and not in the back. I think that's I love seeing
So
that.
many pictures. Like, yeah. And I think even like my sister's bridal shower this weekend being like, okay, I'm going to be in 300 pictures and it's not stressing me out was awesome.
The best. It's all about the feelings, right? That's so cool to hear.
Yeah. And I think for the past couple of years, every time I've gone to the doctor, which like is normally just for a physical, I'm always like, why am I so tired? Like something's definitely wrong. Like, is there something wrong with my thyroid? Is there something wrong with my blood sugar? Because I'm just so tired. And now it's so funny. I'm like, oh, I know I was tired. I was eating 1,200 calories. That's why I was tired. And I would just blame it on, oh, well, I have kids, or oh, I get up at 5 a.m., or oh, like that's why I'm tired. When in reality, I was not fueling my body.
Yeah.
I definitely am not as tired anymore.
And you still go full tilt. It's amazing.
Sure do.
Oh my goodness. Absolutely amazing. A lot of people say, I don't have time. I work full time. I have kids. I have all these things. What would you say to someone considering to do this that's maybe in your position that would make this different from like another diet program or another macro plan?
I would say 100% do it and invest in yourself, and you will never have to do it again.
Yeah.
I feel so confident that I will never have to be on a plan or pay for something because I know what to do and I know what makes me feel good. And it's scary in the beginning. Like, I remember being like, oh my God, how am I going to justify paying for this?
Yeah.
And especially if I felt like I knew what I was doing, but I just jumped in, and I think you made me feel like this is different and I trusted you. And if for people who are scared to do it, I would say if you're anything like me and you feel like you probably don't. Um, and it is definitely different when I tell you I've done every single thing that there is. Weight Watchers, macros, literally name it, I've done it. This is just like really how do you live your life, enjoy your life, but have nutrition in the background, and really just how do you feel good? Definitely do it.